Have you ever wanted to fly in the ocean? Or swim in the sky? You are now a crab. If you don't know, crabs can't swim. So you're there just waving at other creatures that are flying above you. Wow, how are they flying? I wish I could fly too, you think. You close your eyes and open your eyes, now you're a fish. Let's say clownfish. You're now happy that you're now flying. Flying above and above, you're noticing there's an end to it and you can't swim further. You did not know this was possible. You didn't even know there is such a thing. That's when you look above you. The birds. You see what's called real flying. So the fishes were not flying, it was a lie? You think. Now that you've seen the reality, you're wanting to experience it. You close your eyes and open your eyes, you're now a crane, which can fly up to 33,000 feet. You're again happy that you're now really flying. You fly above holding a gulp of air. Above and above. You realize you cannot, after a certain point. That's when you look above you. The stars. You want to reach it. You close your eyes and... First of all, I want to tell you this is not a factual video. This is more like a fantasy video. So where to start? If we are the smartest creatures on Earth, the social animals having a sixth sense, how come the Earthlings can walk, run, crawl, jump, climb, hop, roll, slide, dance, parkour, but can't fly? If you think, well, our body is just too heavy to fly with wings, you're right. But what I'm wondering is why our bodies, in 1,000 years, have not even tried to spread a couple of wings in the back to try and achieve flight capability. Again, we are meant to be a little stronger creatures, for that we need weight, which made us drop like cow dung when we tried to fly. But what nature offers to other creatures is very interesting. A flying squirrel or sugar glider technically don't have actual wings, just flaps of skin, and can fly. Some forms of tree snakes can glide without wings. Why we don't even have glider skins like a squirrel? Well, squirrels have evolved specialized adaptations for an arboreal, tree-dwelling lifestyle. Their ability to glide is facilitated by a membrane of skin called the patagium that stretches between their forelimbs and hindlimbs. This adaptation allows them to move efficiently between trees, escape predators, and access food resources. Humans, on the other hand, are not adapted for an arboreal lifestyle. Our evolutionary history is tied to a terrestrial, ground-dwelling existence. The selective pressures on humans favored other adaptations, such as bipedalism, walking on two legs, manual dexterity, and cognitive abilities, which were more advantageous for survival on the ground. Which means after a few million years, we would have developed the gliding skins like squirrels, right? Well, no. If you've realized why there is such distinct adaptations and evolutions between other animals and us humans, you would have known that. Evolution happens in response to a need, not a desire. Seeing this modern world we're evolving into, I don't think this will happen anytime soon, if ever. Maybe if we try a little to fly? Spread our body, move our hands in circular motion, flutter kicks. Does this feel familiar? The ocean is the largest mysterious place in the world. If you think about it, it's just a single water body. We're the ones who named parts of it and separated them. Going back to the crab, you think that fishes are flying. Then as a fish, you think that birds are flying. But as a bird we cannot see or simply cannot go beyond a certain level. Imagine seeing creatures flying in the space. What's even more intriguing is that we know that space is beyond the sky, we just have not seen the creatures floating around. But if we were one of the creatures that float in space, will there be an end? Is there something more than that? Or do creatures even live up there? Or the living thing is pointless and something beyond our imagination is going on there? These questions are sure will never be answered till the existence of humanity, because after a certain point, it becomes a paradox. What's even up there? What's even up there? What's even up there? Okay, but are we exploring the things close to us? The reports say that 65% of the Earth is unexplored, while 95% of the 65% is ocean, if that made sense. The reason for this is of course the pressure, depth, the creepy creatures living down there, the mind-blowing vastness of the ocean. But it's not an excuse to do nothing. Humans are still finding new ways to explore the ocean. We can swim. No offense to people who can't swim, but can we swim in the sky? Humans were never naturally meant to have a weapon. Our greatest weapon is our brain. With our mind, we discovered how to make fire, make vehicles, even make us swim. Now it's going to make us fly. Since antiquity, there have been stories of men strapping bird-like wings, stiffened cloaks or other devices to themselves and attempting to fly, typically by jumping off a tower. The Greek legend of Daedalus and Icarus is one of the earliest known. Others originated from ancient Asia and the European Middle Age. During this early period, the issues of lift, stability, and control were not understood, and most attempts ended in serious injury or death. Most notable of these work was Leonardo da Vinci, although his work remained unknown until 1797, and so had no influence on developments over the next 300 years. While his designs are rational, it seems that he severely underestimated the amount of power that would be needed to propel a flying object, basing his designs on the flapping wings of a bird rather than an engine-powered propeller. In an essay titled Sul Volo, On Flight, Leonardo describes a flying machine called the bird. In the Codex Atlanticus, he wrote, "Tomorrow morning, on the 2nd day of January, 1496, I will make the thong and the attempt." Which, let's say, did not ended well. 1783 was a watershed year for ballooning and aviation. On the 4th of June, the Montgolfier brothers demonstrated their unmanned hot air balloon at Annonay, France. On the 27th of August, Jack Charles and the Robert brothers launched the world's first unmanned hydrogen-filled balloon from the Champ de Mars, Paris. On the 1st of December, Jack Charles and the Nicolas Louis Robert launched their manned hydrogen balloon from the Jardin des Tuileries in Paris, as a crowd of 400,000 witnessed. They ascended to a height of about 1,800 feet, 550 meters, and landed at sunset in Nesles-la Vallée after a flight of 2 hours and 5 minutes, covering 36 kilometers. Ballooning became a major rage in Europe in the late 18th century, providing the first detailed understanding of the relationship between altitude and the atmosphere. The balloons became the seed to the other following inventions like the airships, gliders, and the aircrafts. But the sky is not as interesting as the ocean, right? Okay, let me ask you this. What is more interesting than water? And the answer is flying water. Yep. Clouds. Without them, the sky is just a widely vast empty area, like a sea without any creatures. Although I'll never forgive God for not making clouds a habitable thing, there are tales of people living in clouds, cloud kingdoms, which I'll not be going over, because I don't want this to be complete fantasy video. I just imagine the sky as a medium like ocean, and what happens if we can swim in the sky, walk on the clouds, fly with the birds. I hope you did not come here expecting me to talk about Amazon rainforests. And who knows, there might be a planet right now, just as I'm describing. Always remember, if you can increase the density of the sky, it becomes just like the ocean.